through the bruised flesh of the fruit without much effort, they know it is time to return home. In September, the boardwalk shops close when the sun sets. The food trucks close and drive back to the city. It is too cold for ice cream, too cold to swim. The tourists leave as quickly as they arrive, and suddenly, the town's population drops to 1,000 people. The real Port Peter is a tourism town in hibernation. The souvenir shops and restaurants and bars and boutiques lay off most of their staff. Seasonal contracts end. Townies in thin windbreakers buy coffees with dimes and stand in line outside the unemployment office. If they arrive and leave empty-handed, day after day, there are no new jobs to give out. But they continue to show up anyway. To get up early and have a hot drink with their neighbors is their job, in a way, and they think of it with an odd kind of fondness. Winter in Port Peter is wet cold. Morning rain soaks the pines, and by nightfall the branches are covered in ice, sharp spikes ready to snap and fall. Lake Ligeia freezes over, and fearless kids walk out onto the ice and play soccer baseball. Leftover snowballs harden into dirt-laden chunks on roadsides, hard enough to hurt if thrown. And they are thrown, and they do hurt. When the housing market crashes in 2008, the people of Port Peter use their squirrel funds of summer money to pay for mortgages and rent and groceries and gas. They have nothing left to spend on tourist beer and tourist food and tourist artisan goods that would help local businesses. Summer and winter become a dramatic boom and bust. Residents make most of their meals out of the Red Haven peaches that they canned in the summer. Peach butter and peach crisp and peach pie and peach salad and peach cobbler and peach jam on bright white packaged bread that never molds. The Port Peter Food Bank runs out of an abandoned building on Elizabeth Street that used to be barbershop and billiards. Dust-covered hairdresser chairs and broken pool cues and damp cardboard boxes filled with office supplies litter the floor like in an FBI raid. Loose wires hang from the ceiling. Half the fluorescent lights stopped working years back, but the other half flicker rapidly. Cans of sweet peaches stacked high. Most people in Port Peter have had gout at some point in their lives. The purines in the peaches increase their blood's uric acid levels. When they have flare-ups, the urgent care doctor in town puts them back on prednisone, a corticosteroid to help the inflammation. The prednisone makes their faces bloat like hamsters with cheeks full of seed. 9 months after tourist season, the Port Peter girls give birth in bar bathrooms and school smoking pits and on ripped floral couches in their father's apartments. Every girl in Port Peter knows what follows. Port Peter only has one urgent care clinic, run out of a Roman Catholic church parish hall. Patients are made to hold baby shoes and hear heartbeats. They can go to the city for an abortion, but there is only one Greyhound bus that goes through Port Peter each day, and it leaves at noon when most of the girls are at work. The girls go to the cliffside lookout off County Road 5, where there is a white plastic laundry basket with a pink fitted sheet inside. This is where the Port Peter girls leave their babies for the birds. The women of the town tell one another about the birds in secret, like sending carrier pigeons across enemy lines. When a Port Peter girl gets pregnant by a tourist boy, a woman in her life gives her all the information she needs to know. Older sisters, cousins, female teachers, babysitters, great aunts. This ensures that children are not stuck raising children. People cannot say with any certainty that the creatures are more bird than girl or more girl than bird. The local folklore has evolved over the decades. The oldest stories talk of feathered sirens emerging from Lake Ligeia in white lace dresses, dripping water and tangled in their own dark hair. Every generation adds new details. Black teeth, silver lockets with the eyes of men inside, scales, gills, fur, hooves. Eventually, the creatures are just called birds, ruthless, beautiful.